Everyone, leave us.
That bitch, Xiao Wanrong. How dare she? I thought she was just blinded by rage. She even hit her own son, but I never expected she actually dared, right in front of me, to beat someone to death, leaving no evidence behind.
Aunt, please calm down.
You need to leave. Don't worry about me.
I just need us to hold on a little longer. The Xiao family army will definitely arrive.
With the continuous heavy rain, they won't make it in time. I've already lost. Let me die here.
Wait here for me. I'll definitely get you out of here. Just hold on a little longer, just a little longer. Father will definitely arrive. Then we'll be saved.
Ha 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 ha. My dear brother, you think by clinging to the Xiao family, you can compete with me for the throne? A son born to a foot-washing maid. Who gave you the nerve? Today, you must die here. HMPH, the Xiao family's daughter. I was planning to keep you to negotiate with them. But since you want to die, I'll grant you that wish. Wrong, we're here.
Father.
You foolish girl. For your beloved. You charged into battle alone. What if I hadn't arrived in time?
General Xiao, please allow Wanrong to marry Yu Xuan. Yu Xuan swears to heaven here. If one day I gain the empire, Wanrong will be the Empress, her child will be the crown prince.
Father.
The second prince's promise, I have heard it. Have all the sons of the Xiao family heard? The second prince just said he'll marry your sister, make her Empress, make your grandson the crown prince. Let's help him conquer the empire.
Yes. Yes.
Xiao family army, form ranks and prepare to charge.
Charge.
At that time, I didn't know that my choice would lead the entire Xiao family into the abyss.
Your Highness, my belly is getting bigger every day. It's getting harder to hide. When are you planning to go to the Empress to talk about us?
Let's wait a bit longer. After you give birth, Mother will let you in. For the sake of her grandson. I am the third prince. You. Let me out. You have some nerve, locking me up. If my mother finds out, she'll have you torn to pieces.
Yunting. You're so bold.
Mother. I'm deeply in love with Luer. Now she's carrying my child. Please grant us your blessing. If I can't be with Luer, I'd rather die.
Bailu. Look closely. She's not pregnant at all.
That bitch Aunt Xiao Wanrong has tied up the third prince and Luer. Now she's sending Luer out of the palace.
Humph. After planning for so long. She wants to bury this scandal. No way. Bring that person back to me.
How could this be? This can't be true. Luer loves me so much, she wouldn't lie to me. It must be you, mother. You tortured her, mother, you tortured her.
Torture that little slut is not worthy of entering my torture chamber.
Luer is carrying my child, she couldn't withstand those punishments. Mother, how could you do this? That's your grandson, how could you be so cruel? How could you?
Wake up. The imperial physician's diagnosis can't be wrong, and you trust a wild woman over your own mother. As a prince having illicit relations with a palace maid, do you know what crime that is? I don't want to speak with you now. Kneel here and think it through. If you still can't figure it out, find a quiet place and slit your own throat. I have no son as foolish as you. Empress, something terrible has happened. The grandmother Empress demands your immediate presence. She specifically said to bring the third prince. Luer, has she been sent out of the palace? She was intercepted by the grandmother Empress's men. What must come will always come. Illicit relations with a palace maid defiling the imperial court. If this matter is confirmed, it will become a stain on the third prince's life. Empress, you will certainly also bear the blame for failing to educate your son, the crown prince. Isn't this exactly what the grandmother wants? But I am Xiao Wanrong, daughter of the Xiao army commander, the empress of the current dynasty. No one can overthrow me.
Empress, look. Is this not Yunting's handwriting?
It is indeed Yunting's handwriting.
These are all love poems you wrote to Luer. The Empress is busy with affairs of the 6 palaces. It's understandable that she neglected Yunting's discipline. Young men are full of vigor. This isn't a major issue. In my opinion, let Yunting take this girl as a concubine. What do you think, Empress?
No, grandmother. She is not pregnant and she deliberately seduced me.
Do you still want to argue?
Mother, please speak up for me.
At this point you still want to deny it.
Mother, what are you doing? Wasn't it you who told me that she wasn't pregnant? And wasn't it you who told me that she was scheming to get close to me?
Your Majesty is benevolent and virtuous. Taking the girl as a concubine is something I naturally agree with. As a member of the royal family, one must have a sense of responsibility. However, Yunting's actions violate the moral code. If he is not punished, the other princes will follow his example.
Oh, and what does the Empress think should be done?
Given the circumstances, it would be wrong not to take her as a concubine. But Yunting is at fault in this matter, and this woman seduced a royal heir. Her improper conduct is also a fault. I believe punishment is necessary. I will not show favoritism towards my own son. How about 20 strokes of the cane for each, to set an example?
The Empress is fair and strict. I am very pleased.
Guards, take Yunting and this woman away. Each is to receive 20 strokes of the cane.
Mother, I'm innocent. Mother, I'm innocent.
Your Majesty, Empress Dowager. Your Majesty, Empress. That woman didn't survive more than a few strikes and actually died.
You.
She was just an unfortunate soul with little luck. She was never meant to enter the royal family.
Everyone, leave us.
That bitch, Xiao Wanrong. How dare she? I thought she was just blinded by rage. She even hit her own son, but I never expected she actually dared, right in front of me, to beat someone to death, leaving no evidence behind.
Aunt, please calm down. Don't be angry, Aunt. There will be other opportunities. Xiao Wanrong can't possibly be on guard every time.
HMM. One day, I will bring her. and her precious crown prince. Down together.
Your son pays his respects to the Empress. I heard that third brother was caned, so I came as quickly as I could.
Have a seat. Do you hear me? Upon hearing you were beaten, your elder brother came right away. How has your elder brother treated you? And how have you repaid him? Lua was just sent away, and then immediately taken back by the Empress Dowager's people. How can that be a coincidence? Have you ever thought about it?
So Lua, from the very beginning, was sent by grandmother to get close to me.
What else? What were you still arguing with her about? Whether she's really pregnant or not? What if you won the argument? The Empress Dowager was waiting for just this move. Once it's publicly verified whether she's pregnant, won't the whole world know? You've been tainted. Do you think your elder brother can stay clean?
Your son is foolish.
Third brother, you're so carefree. The Empress Dowager wants to topple your brother and put her own nephew, the second prince, on the throne. Everyone knows that.
And you're not carefree. If I hadn't sent Bailey to drag you back today, you would have snuck out to drink again, wouldn't you?
Mother, at worst I'm just being irresponsible. It's not the same. Besides, we have my brother. At most, I'm just an idle prince. I don't make big mistakes, just small ones. It's really not a big deal.
You shut your mouth. Do you want to be grounded?
I believe you. I won't.
Mother, please calm down. My brothers are still inexperienced. It's normal for them to make mistakes. Besides, my position is secure now. You don't need to worry so much, Mother. Intervention.
I've heard there are critics in the court speaking against you lately.
My brother is already this virtuous and wise, and there are still critics.
If you want to condemn someone, you can always find a pretext, understand? In short, your brother faces hardship at every step in the court. It's already hard enough. You, as his younger brothers, must be cautious. Don't cause him any more trouble.
Understood, Mother.
You're all so heartless. If it weren't for your brother, if I only had you two, I'd have no hope left in this life. And you. If you have any difficulties, tell me. Don't carry everything on your own.
Understood, Mother.
The Imperial Palace is treacherous. We, mother and sons, must be united as one. Be cautious. One misstep. And we could be doomed forever.
Your Highness, something terrible has happened. The Crown Prince has fallen from his horse. He's severely injured and unconscious.
Yinchen. My Yinchen.
Calm down, please, calm down.
How can I possibly calm down?
Sai, Yunchen is my child too. Do you think my heart isn't breaking? I've ordered the Imperial physicians to do everything they can. Yunchen will be all right.
What did the physician say?
The physician said, the Crown Prince is in a coma. He may never wake up. In my opinion, for the stability of the realm, Your Majesty, you should consider appointing a new heir.
Yunchen has always been an excellent rider. How could he fall? And how could he be injured so gravely? Right now, Yunchen is merely unconscious. Yet you, Mother Empress, suggest appointing a new heir. Could it be that this accident has something to do with you?
How dare you slander me?
Is it slander on my part, or a curse on yours, Mother Empress? If I discover anyone involved in the Crown Prince's fall, I will make them pay with their head. Even you, Mother Empress, will be no exception.
How outrageous. This is truly preposterous. That bitch Xiao Wanrong is getting more and more outrageous. She dared to threaten me right in front of the Emperor. And the Emperor actually indulged her.
Yunchen is really lucky. Poisoned, then a fall from a horse. And he's still alive. We must have used too little poison.
You did well this time. However, Yunchen could still wake up. If he really does, it won't be so easy to act again. We must quickly strip him of his Crown Prince title.
How should we proceed?
I will write a letter now. You must find a way to deliver it to your father. This is our only chance. We will wipe out both him and his mother.
I will study diligently. When I grow up, I'll be a good emperor. Then mother won't have to suffer grandmother's bullying anymore.
Your Majesty, we've discovered that before the Crown Prince fell from his horse, someone approached his horse. Also, the food he ate the day before seems to have been tampered with. Did you catch the person? We did. The fourth prince is interrogating him personally.
Mother.
Did you find anything?
I failed. The prisoner had already taken poison before he was captured. We only asked a few questions before he... But I found this.
Assassinate the Crown Prince, then rally ministers to force the palace. You're not the only ones who can rally ministers. I will now write a letter. Bailu. Deliver it for me. Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. The head of the Imperial Medical Bureau has examined him for 3 consecutive days. They all say the Crown Prince's brain is damaged, his spirit is scattered. Even if Watuo were reborn, he could not save him. For the nation and the people, I implore Your Majesty to appoint a new Crown Prince.
We implore Your Majesty to appoint a new Crown Prince.
With so many voices speaking against you, and the ministers petitioning, even the emperor cannot defy the will of his court. I want to see what this Xiao Wanrong can do to turn this around.
You are right, Aunt.
The Crown Prince has always been virtuous. Besides, I promised the Xiao family.
Your Majesty, the Crown Prince may be virtuous, but Empress Xiao has always been domineering. Her methods are ruthless. Such a woman should not be the Empress. Her son should not hold the position of Crown Prince. This is an act of restoring order. I concur.
I also concur. We implore Your Majesty to depose Empress Xiao and appoint a new Empress.
We concur.
I have been with the Empress for over 20 years. You.
Minister Qiao's meaning is that I am unfit to be Empress. It should be your daughter, Consort Qiao, who takes my place. Isn't that right?
I never said that.
But you did it.
You dare strike me?
I will not only beat you, but I will also have your entire Qiao family executed. Your Majesty, the Crown Prince's fall from his horse was no accident. The truth remains unknown, yet someone is already impatient, wanting to depose me and the Crown Prince. Anyone who brought this up in court today is a suspect in the plot against the Crown Prince. Every single one of them should be thrown into the imperial prison immediately, tortured, and we will get answers.
To judge the Crown Prince's fall as suspicious based solely on a waste token is far too rash.
Everyone in this hall is a senior minister of our dynasty. To throw them all in prison is too... Exactly.
The Empress's words are utterly absurd. Why don't you ask everyone in this court who would agree?
Since Your Majesty wishes to ask, then don't just ask the ministers in this hall, you should also ask those outside.
Report. An urgent memorial from Duan Lingyu, military governor of Hanhai. He implores Your Majesty to thoroughly investigate the Crown Prince's fall, have the one who harmed the Crown Prince executed by 1,000 cuts, to uphold the law, to set an example, and to calm the people's hearts. Co-signed by Pei Jinglun, military commissioner of Tianan, Xie Longyuan, military governor of Donghai, Gu Hanjiang, military commissioner of Hexi and Longyu, Lu Qiwu, defense commissioner of Yinshan, Shen Tingyun, Grand General of Liaodong, Tua Bajing, Protector General of Anxi Tuocheng, and 125 other officials.
These are all the Xiao family's old subordinates.
Your Majesty, when you sought to marry me, you promised my father that if you gained the empire, you would make me your empress, and the son I bore would be the crown prince. Times have changed. Your Majesty's rule is now secure, but all the men of the Xiao family have died in battle. Now, someone wants to depose the empress, and someone wants to depose the crown prince. I, Xiao Wenrong, the lone daughter of the Xiao family, implore Your Majesty to uphold justice.
Have you lost your mind? Right here in court, you want me to lock up all the important ministers? Should I shut them up or not? If I do, the civil officials across the land will be disappointed in me. If I don't, the military officials will be disappointed in me. You're putting me in an impossible position.
I did nothing wrong. They tried to harm my Chena, They all deserve to die.
Chene is your son, but isn't he also my son? I am Chene's father. But I am also the emperor of this land. You are Chene's mother, but you are also the empress to all the people.
I don't want to be this empress. If I remain empress, it will cost Chene his life. I'd rather not be this empress at all.
What nonsense are you talking? Being empress isn't something you can just take. Or leave as you please.
When the Empress Dowager gave me a hard time, Your Majesty said nothing. When Consort Qiao gave me a hard time, Your Majesty also said nothing. Now that Chene has fallen from his horse, Your Majesty still says nothing. Isn't it that Your Majesty also doesn't want your subject concubine to be this empress?
Don't think such nonsense. We've been husband and wife for 25 years. It's just that I've been too busy with court affairs and have neglected the inner palace. I promise you, I will get to the bottom of this matter. But we must proceed slowly and not act rashly.
Your Highness, the Crown Prince has woken up.
Brother, mother and father will surely cure you. Put down the sword first. Yes, brother, quickly put down the sword. Get out. All of you, get out. You're all here to laugh at me, right? You all pity me, don't you? I don't need your pity. All of you, get out.
Your Majesty, Empress. The Crown Prince has lost his sight.
Don't come closer. None of you come closer. Don't anyone come closer. Mother, is it you? Mother, mother. Mother, your son has become useless. A useless person cannot be crown prince. I have failed you, mother. And father. It would be better.
If you die, what would mother do?
If I die, mother.
You still have 2 younger sons.
So you're willing to let mother grieve?
I am unfilial.
I know I was wrong.
I shouldn't have made mother grieve.
My foolish child, this isn't your fault. You will always be father, and mother's most beloved eldest son. No matter what happens, you must live well. No matter the means, mother will cure you. Aunt, the Crown Prince has awakened, but he's blind. A blind Crown Prince, being deposed, is only a matter of time. In a while, the grand sacrificial ceremony will take place. How could we allow a blind Crown Prince to perform the sacrifices?
Do not underestimate this. That woman dared to use the Xiao family's old troops to force the palace. She must be eliminated. Not only must she be eliminated, but even the Xiao family's old troops must be eradicated one by one. I have plenty of methods.
Your Majesty, although the Crown Prince has regained consciousness, he is now blind. He truly should not remain in the position of Crown Prince. I urge Your Majesty to appoint a new Crown Prince as soon as possible.
We'll discuss this matter later, Your Majesty.
In a few days, it will be the sacrificial ceremony.
How can we let a disabled person participate in the ceremony with Your Majesty? I'm afraid it would be disrespectful to heaven, Your Majesty. I said, we'll discuss this matter later. Do you not understand?
Your Highness, today, Minister Qiao once again led the officials, and they urged His Majesty to appoint a new Crown Prince. However, His Majesty has already refuted them all. Regarding the fall from the horse, how is Yun Yi's investigation going? He's still investigating, but all the leads have been cut off. There's only that waste token. Zhong Shenyi has been found. But an epidemic has broken out in the northwest. He is treating the people, and refuses to come to the palace. His Majesty won't be able to hold on for long. If Zhong Shenyi refuses to come, then we'll go to him.
If my eyes cannot recover, I will eventually lose the position of Crown Prince. You two must work hard and take over my position as Crown Prince.
Brother, please don't talk like that.
This is not discouraging talk.
The palace is a dangerous place. If I lose the position of crown prince, mother will lose her support. You two must work hard. You can't be like before anymore. You must protect mother.
Understood, brother.
Don't worry, no matter what it takes, I will cure your eyes. And no one can touch your position as crown prince. Xiao Wanrong doesn't know yet. With that kind of poison, even if Huatuo were alive, he wouldn't be able to restore the crown prince's sight.
Mom, don't die!
My child.
Your Majesty, Dr. Zhong's residence is just ahead. Didn't the officials report that it was just a minor epidemic? How did it get this bad? Let's go.
Next. What ailment brings you here, madam?
My son is blind. If you can cure my son's blindness, I will reward you handsomely.
You are the Empress. And the patient is the Crown Prince.
That is correct.
A member of the royal family? I won't treat you. Leave.
How dare you?
Empress, are you thinking of using force in my clinic?
I wouldn't dare. But I've had Dr. Zhang treats all patients equally, regardless of status. Could you tell me why you refuse to treat my son?
Your Majesty must have seen the life and death cases in this courtyard. I can't even handle them all. How could I have time to treat blindness?
My son is the crown prince. His safety concerns the nation.
So what? The world belongs to the people. Everyone here is a commoner. But your royal family, when the epidemic hit, all the officials fled. These patients in the courtyard, I'm afraid your royal family has a share of the blame. Even if I were to treat him, I should save the common people first, and then the culprit.
You? Do you believe I'll have you skinned alive?
I do. Of course I do. If you're willing to wait, then wait. Wait 3 to 5 years. If you're not willing, you can kill me right now. But if that happens, the crown prince will likely be blind for life.
Fine. I won't kill you. But I can kill the patients. You, sir, care for the world. You wouldn't want these patients to die because of you, would you?
Your Majesty, go ahead. Anyway, the medicine is running out. They're suffering a fate worse than death. Might as well give them a quick death.
Mother, no! Her Majesty is deeply concerned for her son. I apologize for any offense. Please do not blame me, sir.
Fu Hai.
Yes.
Dispatch personnel to nearby towns to procure medicinal herbs. Using the Crown Prince's order. To mobilize aid for the afflicted, those who comply will be richly rewarded. Those who refuse will not be faulted. Do not delay for a moment.
Yes.
You. Even if you start pretending to be a good man now, I still won't treat you.
Sir, you misunderstand. Relieving the disaster victims is the court's responsibility. As Crown Prince Yun Chen, it is my duty beyond all doubt. It has nothing to do with the matter of treatment. I ask you, sir, to continue treating the patients. The rest of you, follow me to aid the disaster victims.
Yes. I'll see how long you can keep pretending.
He's aiding the disaster victims.
Dr. Zhang didn't even examine him. He's blind, now he's busy aiding disaster victims.
Is he trying to build a reputation?
What use is a good reputation for a blind man? The grand ceremony is only a few days away. After the ceremony, have your father unite with the senior ministers to petition again to impeach the crown prince. This time, your second prince will surely ascend to the heir's position.
Thank you, Aunt. What are you doing? These are critical cases. If anything happens.
It's fine. Mother. With Master Zhang here. Nothing will happen.
But.
Your son is your child. And the patients are also born of parents. Others can care for them, so why can't I?
If such a crown prince can ascend to the throne, the people will be blessed.
I fear I won't be able to ascend. But if I really can't ascend, then please allow your son to apprentice under Master Zhang to become a physician who heals the world and relieves the suffering of the people. If I hadn't left the palace this time, your son would still be nothing but a blind and deaf person, completely unaware of the people's suffering. Please allow it, Mother.
Good. Mother agrees. Even if my Chenna were blind, he would still be the best man in the world. If Master Zhang doesn't accept you as his apprentice, Mother will force him with a sword.
Queen. Crown Prince.
What are you doing here?
Please allow me to treat the Crown Prince's eyes.
He's back.
Yes. I thought they weren't coming back.
Could his eyes have been cured?
Don't worry about that. That's a secret poison from the western regions, colorless and odorless. Even imperial physicians can't detect it. Once exposed to it, at best, blindness, at worst, death. And there's no cure.
They went to aid the disaster victims. They can't keep up the act anymore.
Now we just wait for tomorrow's sacrificial ceremony to watch the mother and son make fools of themselves.
The time is almost here. The Crown Prince and Empress still aren't here.
The Empress might still come. But the Crown Prince is blind. How could he possibly come?
A blind man. Planning to attend the sacrificial ceremony? It's ridiculous.
Even if he does attend, it'll be his last time. Things might go so badly that even the Empress could be replaced.
Her Majesty the Empress, His Highness the Crown Prince has arrived.
Your brother has regained his sight. Your brother has regained his sight. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
That's impossible. But they said, the Western medicine has no cure.
This is a Western medicine. With no cure. However, no cure doesn't mean there's no way to treat it. The only way to treat this poison is to replace your eyes with mine.
Master,
I can only heal people. You can heal the world. If you become a good emperor, there won't be so many sick people needing my treatment. Don't disappoint me.
Yun Chen will heed your teachings. He's recovered. Thanks to Father's blessings. It's good that he's recovered. He's recovered. From now on, he remains my crown prince. The crown prince of this realm, ha ha ha. After visiting the Northwest, he even punished a bunch of corrupt officials. Truly my worthy son. This trip outside the palace made me realize my past confinement, prevented me from understanding the people's hardships. It's truly a failure as a crown prince. Now that I've regained my sight, I'll work tirelessly day and night to share Father's burdens and plead for the people's welfare.
Let's begin.
Your Majesty.
Protect the Emperor. Assassin. Protect him.
Get him.
Chenna. Chenna. I'm here. Don't be afraid, I'm here.
Mother. I have failed you.
When I grow up and become emperor, no one will be able to bully Mother Empress anymore. When I grow up and become emperor, no one will be able to bully Mother Empress anymore.
The deep palace is perilous.
If I lose my position as crown prince, Mother Empress will lose her support. You two must strive to do your best.
We can't go on like we used to. We must protect Mother Empress.
But if I really can't ascend the throne, I ask that Mother Empress permit your son to apprentice under Master Zhong, the divine physician, to become a physician who heals the world and relieve the suffering of the people. This time leaving the palace, your son has come to realize that being confined within the palace walls, I fail to understand the hardships of the common people.
This is indeed the failure of a crown prince. Now that I have seen the light again, I will work tirelessly day and night to share the burden with Father Emperor.
To plead for the lives of the people. Mother Empress. Your son.
I heard you refuse to let the crown prince be buried.
The murderer has not been brought to justice. Even if Yun Chen is buried, he will not rest in peace.
The infiltration of assassins was due to the duty guard captain. He failed in his duty. I have already ordered his execution.
What about the real murderer? Are we just going to stop investigating? Yun Chen fell from his horse, and no culprit was found. Yun Chen was assassinated, and again, no murderer was found.
This will take time. I will definitely give you an explanation.
Your Majesty clearly knows who the murderer is. Are you unwilling to investigate, or afraid to investigate, or do you want to protect the murderer? My Chenna is not worth your investigation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about. That was our first child. When he was born, the world was not yet settled. I gave birth on the battlefield. My brother died protecting me and my son. You were not with me then. You arrived 7 days after he was born. You saw him for the first time. You said you would give him the best of everything in the world.
I remember all that. Yun Chen was made crown prince at 6. I found the best tutors for him. I taught him carefully. I let him participate in governance. I even allowed him to listen in the hall of mental cultivation. I allowed him to meet ministers privately. I have kept my word.
No, you haven't. He was so good. So outstanding, without a single flaw. He came into this world with light. Yet he must die in a conspiracy.
Give me some time. I will give him justice.
5 days. I will only give your Majesty 5 days. On the 7th day after Chen's death. If his father cannot give him justice, then his mother will give him justice.
What are you planning?
I will do everything I can. 5 days. I will only give your Majesty 5 days. I don't understand court politics. I don't care about being Empress. I don't even care about my own life.
You're being unreasonable.
Your Majesty. It's already bright outside.
Bailu. Leave the palace, mobilize the Xiao family's covert guards. Fu Hai, bring me my armor. Yes.
You're really bold. You dared to plant assassins directly. To assassinate during the sacrificial ceremony.
And
isn't it because we're fed up with that woman?
I didn't expect the security at the sacrificial ceremony to be so lax.
Originally, I wanted to kill Xiao Wanrong, but ended up killing the crown prince. Fine. Not a loss.
What if it fails?
If it fails, then it fails. The incident of falling from the horse last time also didn't yield any results. In my opinion, His Majesty is also thoroughly annoyed with Xiao Wanrong. Why else would there be no reaction?
You little schemer. Next time you do something like this, you must discuss it with your aunt, understand? Something happened. Your aunt also knows how to protect you.
I understand, Aunt.
Chenna. Your father might deceive you, but your mother won't. Your mother will make that woman join you soon. On me.
Her Majesty means, Your Highness must not leave the palace today.
Her Majesty means, Your Highness, stay inside today. Please, Your Highness. Do not make this difficult for me. Move aside. Everyone, move. Stand aside or die. This way.
Your Majesty, it's bad. Assassins have broken into the palace.
Assassins have broken into the palace.
Yes, yes. The Empress is leading the assassins in. The Imperial Guards are already resisting them.
Kill.
Run. The Empress is storming the palace with her men. Run. They're storming the palace.
Mother. 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 Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Please, don't kill me. What?
Don't kill me.
You're afraid to die too. Have you forgotten? I'm not just the Empress. I'm also the daughter of the Xiao Army's commander, a vanguard general of the Xiao Army. I've taken countless lives. One more won't make a difference. I beg you, don't kill me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die yet. So afraid of death. How dare you kill someone? It was the Empress Dowager. She forced me to do it. It was the Emperor. He forced me to do it.
It was my father. He forced me to do it. Ahahaha. They forced me to kill him. It was them. I'm begging you. Please don't kill me. Okay? Please don't kill me. Okay?
Humph, how pathetic. My Chenna died at the hands of someone like you.
You. This is treason.
This is treason.
So what if it is? The Xiao family has already joined your majesty in one rebellion, haven't we?
Your Majesty, tell the Empress to put down the sword. Tell her to put it down now.
One wrong. Don't, please, put the sword down, okay? Put the sword down.
I told you. If you don't give Chenna justice, then I will give him justice. Chenna means more to me than my own life. She actually dared to kill him.
As long as you put the sword down, I promise I won't hold you accountable. I guarantee you'll be safe. I will definitely get justice for Chenna. You need to put the sword down now.
It's too late.
Your Majesty. Empress Xiao dared to lead troops into the palace and publicly executed the imperial concubine. Such an act of treason is unheard of in ancient times and unseen in the present. It's utterly insane. I implore your Majesty to order immediately that the wicked Empress be executed by dismemberment.
We implore your Majesty to order immediately that the wicked Empress be executed by dismemberment. Bullshit. If it weren't for your precious daughter murdering the Crown Prince, how would the Empress resort to such a desperate move?
Don't think others don't know what you've done. The Crown Prince's fall from his horse was orchestrated by your Qiao family. The Crown Prince's assassination.
There was also orchestrated by your Qiao family, all to ensure the second prince ascends to the throne.
Fourth Prince, stop spouting nonsense. You claim the imperial concubine killed the Crown Prince. What evidence do you have? You can present it directly to His Majesty. Where's the evidence? Based on that dubious belt plaque from before?
Evidence? Fine. I'll give you evidence right now. My blade is the evidence.
Your Majesty.
You still want to dismember my mother? I'll chop you up right now. Drag him away. Lock him up. Tyrant. You tyrant. What kind of person the Empress is you know better than I do. Who forced her to raise troops? And treason? If the Xiao family wanted to commit treason, would you even be sitting on that throne? How dare you? I've already spared you. I didn't throw you straight into prison. And you dare speak such insolence? Drag this rebellious son away from me. Confined. Without my decree, he is not to step outside his room. Let me go. Did I say anything wrong? Did I say anything wrong? Who helped you build your empire? Who secured your throne? Don't you have any sense? And you, these old fools. Think carefully before you speak.
Or else, when I ascend to the throne,
you'll all die. All of you. This rebellious son. Rebellious.
Your Majesty. Consort Kiao is your Majesty's consort, and also my daughter. Furthermore, she is the Empress Dowager's niece. Now she has tragically fallen victim to the wicked queen. The third prince, raised by that wicked queen herself, even in the court, directly threatened me with a weapon.
I beg your Majesty to uphold justice for my Qiao family. Minister Kiao, rise first. This matter, I will certainly give the Kiao family, and give my mother a satisfactory resolution.
I, your old servant, thank your Majesty here for my daughter.
The lady has instructed. From now on, the fourth prince is the new head of the Xiao family. We all obey the fourth prince's commands.
Help me investigate someone.
Investigate Minister Qiao.
No. To save my mother. We must be thorough.
Your Majesty, Lord Duan, the military commissioner of Hanhai, has entrusted me with a message for you. Lord Duan said his position makes it unsuitable for him to appear in the capital at this time, but he will always remember the kindness of the Xiao family.
Once a soldier of the Xiao family. Always a soldier of the Xiao family. No matter how things began or ended, if your Majesty gives the word, Lord Duan will stand by your side.
Your Majesty, Lord Gu, the military commissioner of Hexi and Longyu, has also entrusted me with a message. Without the Xiao family, there would be no Lord Gu today. Everything in the prison has been arranged. If there are any other needs, just a note from your Majesty, the old troops of the Xiao family will go through fire and water, without hesitation. Duan Lingyu, military commissioner of Hanhai, addresses His Majesty and earnestly requests that you reinvestigate the case of the Empress executing consort Qiao. The Empress Xiao has been wrongfully imprisoned. If your Majesty cannot see clearly, it may chill the hearts of 300,000 soldiers at the border, and the people will also find it hard to rest peacefully. Who once followed your Majesty? The generals of the Xiao family who fought across the land would not rest in peace even in death. I earnestly request your Majesty to reconsider.
The chief steward is the closest person to the Empress Dowager and controls all access within the palace. From his mouth, we can definitely extract information.
Directly kidnapping the chief steward. Is that a bit? If it comes to light.
My mother dared to execute consort Qiao publicly, and she is still in prison now. I also carry the blood of the Xiao family. What would I not dare?
I am here. Fourth prince, he still refuses to say anything.
Then continue the torture. If he passes out, douse him with water. Apply all the cruel punishments once more. Make him wish he were dead. Continue until he talks.
Understood.
We were husband and wife since our youth. How did we end up like this today? You go on without me. If I lose this war, I will have nothing left. To die here is my rightful end. I'm sorry, I've dragged you into this. If there is a next life, I will repay my debt to you then. I ask General Xiao to grant me Wonrong's hand in marriage. I, Yuxuan, swear to the heavens, if one day I gain the empire, Wonrong will be my empress, her children will be crown princes. Don't think nonsense, we've been husband and wife for 25 years. It's just that court affairs have kept me too busy, and I've neglected the inner palace. I promise you this matter will be dealt with properly. Just put down your sword, and I promise there will be no consequences. I guarantee your safety. I will certainly see that Chenna receives justice. Put down your sword, now. 300 civil officials have jointly petitioned, demanding I execute you to uphold the law, and 150 military commanders have also jointly petitioned, demanding I reopen the investigation into your killing of Consort Qiao. All of them are from the old Xiao family faction. How am I supposed to adjudicate this case? You killed Consort Qiao in front of everyone. How can I possibly clear your name of this injustice?
I take full responsibility for my own actions. A life for a life. There is no injustice to clear.
A life for a life? That's easy for you to say. What about me? The old Xiao faction holds 50% of the Empire's military forces in their hands. Their petition isn't to have me uncover the truth. It's to force me to give them the truth they want. They are threatening me. If I were to kill you, this empire would likely descend into chaos. But, if I don't kill you, how do I explain it to the world? Would this still be my empire? I've already said, I will see that Chenna receives justice. Just give me a little more time. Just wait a little longer. But you just wouldn't listen.
Your Majesty, did you come today just to tell me these things?
I need you to promise me one thing. If you promise me this, I will pardon Tinga for drawing a weapon in the palace and ensure Ye's safety. As for those Xiao family shadow guards in prison, I will release them all, one by one. I will not hold them accountable.
I promise you, Your Majesty. Fourth Prince. The chief steward couldn't hold out. He confessed.
The confession decree has been obtained. Xiao Wanrong would never have imagined until her death. The one who truly wants her dead. It's you. Obtain Xiao Wanrong's confession decree, then kill him. The Xiao family's old followers will have no reason to revolt. Once Xiao Wanrong dies, the Xiao family's old followers will completely collapse. This realm will truly be yours.
This is all thanks to Mother.
Over 20 years of marriage, can you bear to part?
You and I said, share life and death. There's no debt or lack of debt. Today, we'll die fighting together here. Wonrong can consider this life without regret.
Consort Qiao, isn't it also over 20 years of marriage? For this realm, I have nothing I can't part with.
Only pity my niece. Really thought that I, as a mother, would for her ignore my son's realm.
Mother, don't worry. After taking the final step, I will surely give Consort Qiao a grand burial. White deer, prepare the horse.
Your Majesty, I am here by His Majesty's order to escort you.
Fourth Prince, by the Emperor's decree. Without His Majesty's decree, no one may see the third prince.
Fourth brother.
What are you doing?
To rescue you, then take you to rescue mother together. And you were right about everything. What did I say?
Please proceed, Your Majesty. Don't miss the appointed time.
I beg your majesty to grant. Allow me to be buried in the Xiao family ancestral tomb, to accompany my father and brothers.
I grant it.
I beg your majesty to appoint Ting as Prince of Wu. Set his fiefdom in my hometown.
I grant it.
I beg your majesty to appoint Yi as Crown Prince.
He has a deposed mother. And you still want me to appoint him as Crown Prince? All right. I grant it.
Stop the execution.
Kill. Kill.
Mother, I'm here.
There's no time to explain. Come with me now.
No. You mustn't.
Your Majesty, bad news. The two princes have stormed the execution ground and fled the city.
What? They raided the execution ground? This is truly audacious. For princes to break the law, how can the royal family maintain its dignity?
Like mother, like sons.
Your Majesty.
After them. Chase them down immediately. No matter what, bring them back. Alive or dead, I want them found.
Your Majesty, it was the two princes who raided the execution ground. What if?
Show no mercy. Mother is awake. Mother, are you all right?
Why are you two so foolish? Your father has already agreed to make Yi the Crown Prince and Ting the Prince of Wu. Yet you two foolishly came to raid the execution ground.
The foolish one is you. My mother. Father will not keep his promises. None of them, whether to me, to the fourth brother, or to you, will be fulfilled.
The Crown Prince was poisoned. The Emperor knew from the start. Because the secret poison was obtained by him from the western regions. The waist plate we found,
engraved with the character Qiao, was also intentionally left for us by him. To make sure we knew.
The Qiao family was behind it. The Crown Prince's assassination was also the Emperor who intentionally allowed the head guard to relax, creating an opening for Consort Qiao.
The head guard of the Imperial Army, who else could he obey but him?
He killed the head guard not to avenge the Crown Prince, but to silence him. Everyone thought the Empress Dowager and Consort Qiao were aligned, wanting to support the second prince's ascension.
In truth, the one always aligned with the Empress Dowager was our Emperor. Consort Qiao was merely bait to force you into action. The Qiao family has always been a tool to counterbalance the Xiao family. Even they themselves didn't know they were merely a tool.
No. Impossible. How? How could he have become like this?
Perhaps he has always been this way.
He has always cared only for his empire, his throne. To ascend the throne, he needed the Xiao family's power, so he asked my grandfather for my mother's hand.
After ascending the throne,
the Xiao family became a stumbling block.
I heard.
In the battles where the Xiao army suffered the heaviest losses,
there were shortages of military provisions.
And those responsible for supplying provisions were all the Emperor's men.
You foolish girl, for your beloved you dared to charge into battle alone. If father hadn't arrived in time, what would have happened?
Father, I'm sorry.
Please, General Xiao, grant Wanrong's hand in marriage to Yushuan. Yushuan hereby swears to heaven. If one day I gain the empire, the Empress will surely be Wanrong. The child Wanrong bears will be the Crown Prince.
Father.
The second prince's promise I have heard. Men of the Shao family, did you hear? The second prince just said he will marry your sister, make her empress, and make your grandson the crown prince. Let's help him conquer the empire.
Ha ha ha, I harmed the Xiao family. I caused all the Xiao men to die in battle. It's all me. Why did I love Yun Yuxuan? Why did I have to love him?
No, mother.
I brought ruin upon the Xiao family. I brought ruin upon Chena. Why won't you let me die?
Mother. You cannot die yet.
You still have us. Yes, mother. You still have us.
You couldn't bear to lose your elder brother, but can you bear to lose us? We've all decided to head north.
Once we reach the northern border, with the Xiao family army there,
you won't be able to touch us.
The Xiao family only has us left. So, we must survive. Even if it's just to make those who wish we wouldn't survive feel miserable. That's fine too. What are you laughing at? Laughing means I'm happy. No matter what, our mother and her 2 sons have finally escaped the capital alive. If we had stayed there, we'd surely have died. Living is better than dying.
Yes, living is better than dying. It was Mother's fault. Mother shouldn't have thought of ending her life.
We've rested enough. The horses are fed. We should hurry and get moving. I fear the pursuers will arrive soon. Here. Waste. All of them are wastes. I sent out 6 batches of men. 6 batches. They couldn't stop 3 stray dogs. And they dare tell me they lost them.
Your Majesty, please remain calm.
Mother, how can I remain calm? If Xiao Wanrong connects with the old Xiao family troops, that would be a disaster. My throne.
The men under you are a bunch of useless fools. This isn't the first day you've known that. Send your uncle. Send Minister Qiao. Right now, across the entire realm, the one who hates Xiao Wanrong and her sons most is none other than him, HMPH. Xiao Wanrong and her sons can only take small paths. They won't move fast. There's still time.
Yes, let him go. He will surely exert all his effort to capture Xiao Wanrong.
Mother, please look.
What happened?
It must be famine.
Famine. It's famine. Where are the relief officials?
When the plague arrived, the county officials fled without a trace. The patients in this courtyard likely owe their suffering to your Huang family as well.
So I not only failed the Xiao family, but also the people of this land. What kind of monster? Have I entrusted this land to?
Sir, madam, could you spare some food? My mother is hungry. I want to give it to my mother.
I beg Mother to grant your permission to apprentice under Zhang Shenyi and become a physician who heals the people, to alleviate their suffering.
Child. From now on, you'll stay with me. All right.
Who are you, madam?
I'm an old friend of your mother. These 2 are your cousins. Sorry for arriving late. Yinting, Yinyi, bury the villagers. Then we continue our journey.
Yes, mother. Can't find them.
3 living people. Just turned into birds and flew away.
Minister, we've truly sent out everyone we could spare. We've searched everywhere possible.
Impossible.
We must have missed a spot.
The Shao family are military generals. They must know.
Many paths not on any map. They must be hiding somewhere. I will dig them out, no matter what. They must not reach the northern border.
From now on, she will be your little sister.
Mother, are you adopting her as a goddaughter?
Is that not good? Haven't you always wanted a sister?
Good. Of course it's good. It's just suddenly gaining a sister
is a bit unexpected.
You'll have many more siblings. That's my debt to them. A debt must be repaid. I want you to fight your way back to the capital.
Then, who will be emperor?
You.
Oh, no. To be honest, Mother, I actually want to be a wandering knight. Traveling the world with my sword, righting wrongs wherever I go. The world has plenty of people who want to be emperor. If I don't do it, someone else will. But wandering knights, if I'm not one, there might truly be none left. What are you saying? Saying you should take the Shao surname and then become emperor. Me? No way. I'm supposed to be emperor? Out of the 3 brothers, I'm the most useless. I'm supposed to be emperor? No, I can't do it.
Someone has to do it.
You hear that?
Mother says,
If she says you can, you can.
if it really doesn't work out,
Mother can still rule from behind the curtain, right? Sigh.
Auntie, what's an emperor?
Ching Ching, from now on, when you're with your brothers, call me Mother, okay?
Okay. Then, Mother, what's an emperor?
The emperor is someone who does good deeds for everyone.
Then can I be emperor? Ching Ching likes doing good deeds.
Of course you can. Then Ching Ching will be the emperor, okay?
Okay. Then Ching Ching will definitely do her best to help everyone.
You hear that? My 2 sons don't have as much ambition as this little girl.
All right. The horses have eaten their fill. We should probably get going.
Hurry up. They're over here.
Oh no, it's the pursuers. Let's go. Move.
Run faster. Move faster. Pursue. Even faster.
Can't go faster. We're in a carriage. They're on war horses. Then, what should we do?
You drive. I'll cover the rear.
You drive, I'll cover the rear. Is your martial arts better than mine? If we keep dawdling, we'll both die here.
Don't go.
Don't worry, Mother.
My martial arts are the best here. I will definitely survive.
Besides, he wants Mother. Even if I'm captured, I'll be fine.
3rd brother, you're responsible for taking Mother and Ching Ching to the northern frontier.
Okay.
Move.
Yeah.
Sorry. Mother. I'm your most useless son. But no matter what, I will protect you. Come on. Let me show you the sons of the Xiao family how brave they are.
Don't be afraid, there's only one of him. Charge! Charge!
You're lucky.
He's out of arrows.
Quick! As long as I'm alive, no one can touch me, Mother.
Didn't expect that, did you? Your Majesty, I've been waiting here for a long time. This is a task specially entrusted by His Majesty.
Get under the carriage.
Why is there only one prince? Where's the other one?
Reporting to the minister. The other is covering our retreat.
Covering our retreat?
Yin Yuxuan wants me. Let the others go. I'll go back with you.
The Emperor's orders are clear. We must see them alive or see their bodies. As for the two princes, the order is to kill them on sight. You killed my daughter. She was my only child. Do you think I'll let your sons return alive?
You. Aren't you afraid the Shao family's old guard will come for you? Ha ha ha.
Afraid? Of course I am. The Shao family is notoriously ruthless. But who will avenge you? Have you forgotten the self-impeachment edict you issued? Now, the Shao family's old guard believes Her Majesty the Empress has recognized her crimes and has atoned with her life. Once you're dead, it's all over. The second prince will rightfully become the crown prince.
Ha ha ha.
My daughter's spirit in heaven will surely be at peace. Ready. Fire.
Mother, mother.
Mother. At best, I'm just a prince with no real duties. I actually want to be a wandering warrior, travel the world with my sword, fighting injustice wherever I go. I'm sorry, Mother. Of the three brothers, I'm the most useless one. If my elder brother were here, things would be better.
My Ting, my dear Ting. My Yi.
He's dead already. As for you, our Empress, since you're not dead,
then come with me to face trial. Someone, bind her.
Minister.
There's also a little one here. Take him back as well.
Don't be afraid, Mother is here.
Why did you run? If you hadn't run, none of this would have happened. You could have died quietly. Then Yunyi wouldn't have died. Yunting wouldn't have died either. It's you. You killed them.
If I hadn't run, how would I have seen your true face?
What good is it to know my true face? You should have died obediently. I, the Emperor, would have placed all your Shao family members in the Hall of Martyrs. They would have been honored forever, and the people would praise me as a good emperor who knows gratitude. Most importantly, you would have believed I loved you. You could have died with my love for you. Isn't that better?
How could I have been so blind? After all my careful choosing, I picked you. Give me back my son Chen's life. Give me back my son Ting's life. Give me back the lives of my Shao clan.
Ah. Ah.
Don't worry. The throne you schemed so hard for won't be stable. Ha ha ha. Even if I can't take you down, the heavens will.
I must survive. I absolutely must survive. I'm Mother Empress's most useless son. I must prove myself. Mother Empress only has me left. I absolutely must survive. I must survive and return to save Mother Empress. I must survive and return to avenge my elder brother and my fourth brother.
Grandpa, there's someone here. He seems to be dying.
Child, what is your name? My name is Xiao Ting.
Mother, I thought you didn't want me anymore.
No, of course not. How could I ever not want you? I just had to go out for a bit.
Mother, are both my brothers dead?
Let's not talk about that. Come, let me teach you how to draw a turtle. Come, let me teach you how to draw a turtle.
Mother, I want to draw a turtle too. Mother, what's wrong?
It's nothing. You're the only child I have left. I will do everything to protect you. I will give you the best things in the whole world.
But Ching Ching doesn't need the best things.
Whatever I give you, you must accept it, even if it's the throne. Understand?
I understand.
Come, let me teach you how to draw a turtle.
Mother, you must wait for me to return. I will definitely come back.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. What's going on here? We don't know who we encountered in the desert.
Get the medic.
He has the Xiao family's token and the third prince's seal. Is the medic here yet? He's awake.
I am Xiao Ting, descendant of the Xiao family. From this day forward, the Northern Army will no longer obey the Emperor's orders, and will answer only to me. Yes, sir.
Your Majesty, your son defends the border, ensuring peace and prosperity for all. Yet the Empress Mother has been wronged. The Xiao family is loyal and righteous, and the army's morale is inflamed. If you release the Empress,
the North will remain peaceful. But if you harm her, I fear unspeakable consequences will follow.
Your son, Xiao Ting, respectfully submits this message. Your Majesty. Before I departed, the third prince repeatedly instructed me that I must see the Empress on this mission. I will wait outside the hall, anticipating your Majesty's favorable reply.
Xiao Ting? Wasn't he dead? How is he still alive and talking? I fear unspeakable consequences will follow, haha. Unspeakable consequences.
My Yinting is still alive. Ha ha ha.
How dare you?
How dare I? There's nothing I wouldn't dare. You can send a message to your emperor in his dreams. Tell him to lock me up again.
Mother, you killed someone.
I killed a bad person. A bad person who killed your mother. He was one of them.
So there are others who killed my mother?
There are many more. Leave it to me. Our Ching Ching's hands will stay clean. I'll take care of everything. I'll get them all, and kill them one by one. Not a single one will be left.
Your Majesty.
Summon the Imperial Physician, quickly.
No one summons the physician.
But
they must not know that I am unwell. Mother Empress. Minister Qiao is dead. Xiao Wanrong killed him right before my eyes.
I am already aware.
I cannot move against him now. That rebellious son has seized military power in the northern frontier. If anything happens to him, Yun Ting and the old Xiao faction will surely rise in arms. Right now, everyone is watching me. Watching Xiao Wanrong. How did things come to this?
I will quietly bring in a few renowned physicians from outside the palace to examine you.
I am not unwell. The most important thing now is to stabilize the situation. Notify the Imperial Guard. Mobilize the army. Surround the capital. All entry and exit must be strictly inspected. Notify the palace guards. Have them keep a close watch on the Empress's palace. If the Empress escapes, they will all die.
Understood. The northern frontier is bitterly cold. I hope you take good care of yourself. Mother Empress is out of prison, but this game is not over yet. With mother and son united as one, we shall repay blood with blood, tooth for tooth. However, once war breaks out, the people will suffer. We must not act rashly.
It is good that Mother Empress is safe.
Mother Empress, is this our home?
Yes. Do you like it?
I like it.
From now on, our Ching Ching will never have to suffer again.
Your Highness, His Majesty has gathered 100,000 troops, sealing off the entire capital, inside and out, in 3 impenetrable layers.
He wants to use me as a hostage. He's afraid I'll run.
Mother Empress, are we going to run?
We are not running. We are not going anywhere. We will stay and fight him to the end. He will regret keeping us here.
Report! Urgent news from the capital. Reporting to the Second Highness, Her Majesty the Empress has been released, and...
And what?
And... Imperial Uncle Qiao has perished.
How could this happen? Killed the Imperial Consort, killed the Imperial Uncle. And now she's been released.
What can't this Empress do? She's completely lawless.
Qiao Jian. Your subordinate is here. Get ready, accompany me to the capital. I will demand an explanation from Father Emperor. Yes, sir. What do you mean? The taxes and provisions from Jiangnan have all been intercepted. Yes, Your Majesty. Who dares to intercept taxes and provisions on their own? Who did it? Your Majesty. It's Xie Longyuan, the military governor of Donghai. Old General Xie.
Ah. Xie Longyuan. Isn't he a former subordinate of the Xiao family? A former subordinate of the Xiao family? He's more than just a former subordinate, he was actually the deputy general of the Xiao army.
Did you send someone to order him to release them? We did. But all the messengers were detained. What did he say? Nothing at all. It's Xiao Wanrong.
Mother, am I very stupid? I can't even write characters properly.
Who said that? Our Ching Ching is very smart. Look at this Xiao character you wrote. It's better than when I was your age.
Really?
Of course. From now on, your surname will be Xiao. You'll be called Xiao Ching. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Your Highness, His Majesty already knows that you gave the order to intercept the taxes and provisions, so he knows. What can he do about it? It was meant for him to see. The game has only just begun.
I told you to have Xiao Wanrong come see me. Where is she? You useless fool. You can't even handle this simple task. What good are you? Tell me.
Your Majesty, Her Majesty says. Her Majesty says.
Says what?
Her Majesty says if you want to see her, you must go to her palace.
Fine. Just fine. Your Majesty, the grain and taxes from Jiangnan have been released. The grain and taxes from Jiangnan have been released. Yes, but they are not being sent to the capital, they are being sent to. Sent where? Speak, to the northwest. The northwest? Didn't you send anyone to intercept them? Your Majesty, we couldn't intercept them. The Northern Frontier Army is responsible for the transport. Why is the Northern Frontier Army sending supplies to the northwest for disaster relief in the name of the Shao family?
By order of Her Majesty the Empress. Open the granaries for disaster relief. From today, taxes will be halved for 3 years. Anyone found guilty of corruption or dereliction of duty will be executed immediately upon verification.
It's the Empress's order. Why not the Emperor's?
You haven't heard. Her Majesty and the Emperor have turned against each other.
Her Majesty is the one who truly cares about us common folk.
If Her Majesty wants to be Empress regnant, I'd support her with both hands.
This empire should have belonged to the Shao family all along.
Get out. All of you, get out.
What do we do? This can't go on. What can I do?
We can't kill her. We can't imprison her.
She's buying favor, and Your Majesty dares not stop her.
Hey, hey, hey. Don't leave. If His Majesty has no solution, we must find one ourselves.
Mother, what does buying favor mean?
It means bestowing favors upon the people. An emperor fears this the most. Once the people stop being grateful to the emperor and become grateful to someone else, then the emperor's throne becomes unstable.
Then why doesn't the emperor treat the people well himself? Then the people would all be grateful to him.
Because he's wicked. The game has only just begun.
Shao Wanrong. Do you truly think I don't dare to kill you?
The northern border is farming the land. To answer Your Majesty, yes, it was ordered by the third prince.
Farming the land means they want to break free
from relying on the Central Plains for grain. Are they planning to raise an army?
Even if they're not raising an army immediately, they're preparing to do so. Your Majesty.
Your Highness, I heard that at court this morning, His Majesty learned the third prince is farming the land, and he vomited blood in front of everyone. Are you sure? In front of all the ministers? No mistake. The imperial physicians have already entered the palace. I also just had someone ask around at the imperial hospital. It's true. That's an unexpected bonus. Your Highness, Minister Li, and Minister Zhong have sent calling cards. They wish to see you. No. Wait. Take a message to them. Tell them they know how to win my favor. They should just do it.
Yes.
Your Highness, what are they doing? They probably think Yun Yushuan is finished. They want a new patron. These people.
You want to recommend Yunting as Crown Prince?
Your Majesty, the position of Crown Prince concerns the state.
The former Crown Prince passed away young. You are now. It would be best to appoint one soon. Now there are only 2 princes. I heard Your Majesty once promised. The Crown Prince must be of the Shao family's bloodline. If Yunting succeeds to the throne, all the current difficulties could be easily resolved.
Yes, yes. The third prince is simply the most suitable.
We concur.
You get out of my sight. All of you, get out.
Mother, I'm tired.
It's all Xiao Wanrong's fault. Without her, how could you be so angry? I will definitely make her pay 1,000 times. Tear her to pieces.
Your Highness, the ministers have submitted a petition. They want His Majesty to appoint the third prince as crown prince. I heard they were all driven out. The Empress Dowager is so angry she wants to hit someone. Going to persuade him to appoint a crown prince at this time. These ministers really have some ideas. But they did well. There's another thing. Your Highness, I heard. The second prince has returned from the southern border. He should enter the palace soon. I know.
Put nicely, you're the second prince. Put bluntly, you're just a servant, that's all. Your mother was nothing but a maid who climbed into the emperor's bed. When I ascend the throne one day, you and your mother will suffer plenty.
How dare you?
Who? Who threw the stone? You, Xiao Wanrong, just you wait.
Here you go, brother Yuxuan.
I don't want the orange.
What do you want, brother Yuxuan?
I want the world.
Then Wanrong will give the world to brother Yuxuan.
Really?
Of course. Father said, no matter what I want, he'll give it to me. I told him I want the world, so that I can give it to brother Yuxuan.
Then it's a deal.
Mother is here. Mother is right here. Did you have a nightmare?
Of course. Father said no matter what I want, he'll give it to me. I told him, I want the world, so that I can give it to brother Yuxuan.
What time is it?
Your Majesty, it's now the hour of the ox. The second prince is still kneeling outside the door. Shall I summon him in? Second prince.
Father. Why have you returned? Father. I came to seek justice from you, Father.
Enough. We'll discuss this another day. Your father is unwell.
Father, how much longer must I wait? Xiao Wanrong killed my mother. Father forbade me from returning to the palace. Now Xiao Wanrong has even killed my uncle. Father, how much longer must I wait? I heard today the ministers petitioned, requesting Father to name the third brother as crown prince. Must I wait until the third brother ascends the throne?
Enough. Your father is unwell.
Empress Dowager, the murder of my mother, is a grievance that cannot coexist under the same sky. I cannot wait a moment longer.
Father, please draft the decree immediately, to execute Xiao Wanrong by slicing. Or else, Father, please execute me by slicing.
Coughing.
Guards, drag the second prince out for me.
Father, Father.
I will not leave.
I only seek justice.
Father, I beg for justice.
Mother. Do you think Yun Shuo is fit to inherit the throne? I have 4 sons. But why is it that the only one who truly supports me is the one who could truly secure this empire? Should I pass it to him?
All right, don't dwell on it. Rest well. Recovering your health is most important.
Mother, do you think I can recover?
You will recover. You certainly can. You've always been blessed since childhood. How else could you have ascended to the throne? You overcame such perilous times back then.
Of course. Father said whatever I wanted, he would give me. I told him, I want the world, so I could give the world to brother Yuxuan.
Don't worry. The throne you schemed so hard for won't hold steady. Ha ha ha. Even if I cannot bring you down, the heavens will.
Mother. Help me with one thing, please.
Your Majesty and the Empress Dowager are here. What are you doing here?
Didn't you tell me? To come to your palace if I wanted to see you, mother. Let me talk with one wrong. Hey.
Yes.
One wrong. Can we stop fighting?
You came here in the middle of the night just to tell me this. Is this what they call a dying man speaks kindly? When I heard you were coughing up blood I was so happy. I thought, is there really divine punishment in this world? Good and evil will eventually be repaid. There probably is, because I handed the throne over to you and harmed the people. So the retribution fell on my 2 sons. But I've realized it now. As for you, you need to live well. Live until I drag you down from the throne.
One wrong. Can we stop fighting?
Why should I listen to you? You start a fight whenever you want, and stop whenever you want. We're locked in a fight to the death now. If you came here in the middle of the night, just to say this, then please leave.
One wrong. Wait. One wrong. One wrong. I was wrong. I apologize.
I don't want your apology. I want your life. Whatever you have to say, save it for Yun Chen and Yun Yi. And all the innocent people you slaughtered in the underworld.
So you refuse to forgive me, no matter what?
I have no right to forgive your majesty on behalf of the people of this land. Blood debts must be repaid with blood. The Xiao family put you on the throne. And we can drag you down from it.
What if I agree to abdicate? Abdicate and pass the throne to Yun Ting? Could we go back to how things were before? You keep talking about the people, but if we keep fighting like this, we'll have to take up arms. Even if I can't win, blood will flow and lives will be lost. If I agree to abdicate and pass the throne to Yun Ting. Cough, cough, cough. Cough, cough.
Speak. Keep talking. Your Highness, I sent someone to make detailed inquiries with the imperial physicians. They dared not hide the truth. They said His Majesty's rage has attacked his heart, and already damaged his vital organs.
Even if he survives by some miracle, his health will be completely ruined. He'll never recover.
I see. Do you think his abdication this time is sincere? Could it be an act to lure the 3rd prince back and set a trap against him and you? He wouldn't dare. No matter his reasons, if anything happens to me or Yunting, the Xiao family's old forces will surely rebel. Then, no matter what evidence he produces, or excuses he fabricates, no one in the court or the country will ever believe him again. Besides, in his current state, what use is it for him to remain on the throne? He'd just be a puppet in name only. In the end, I suppose this is fate. Who would have thought that after a lifetime of scheming for that dragon throne, even abandoning his own wife and children, his hands stained with blood, he still couldn't defy heaven's will. This is the end he's met.
But, Your Highness, if we let him off so easily,
the Crown Prince and the 4th Prince would have died in vain.
They were so good.
Yet he heartlessly had them killed. I simply cannot bear it. We'll deal with that later. In any case, avoiding a rebellion, sparing the people from the horrors of war, is ultimately a good thing. Our Xiao family already owes the people of this land far too much. We cannot add to our sins. Don't worry. He has promised me that today he will issue the decree, proclaiming his abdication, and passing the throne to Yunting.
Long live the Emperor.
Rise. Thank you, Your Majesty.
By the mandate of heaven, the Emperor proclaims,
We, of meager virtue and talent,
find ourselves unfit for heaven's mandate. Having ruled for many years,
we are ashamed before our people,
and our imperial ancestors, we hereby resolve to abdicate,
and pass the throne to the third prince, Yun Ting.
We implore all officials and subjects to unite, and together assist the new sovereign in safeguarding our great realm's peace and prosperity. The Emperor is wise. Long live the new Emperor.
Report. Urgent report from the capital.
The Emperor is passing the throne to the third prince.
By the Emperor's decree, it is proclaimed to the realm. The throne is passed to the third prince, Yun Ting. The Xiao family has served with merit. They shall protect the new sovereign's ascension and share in the peace.
That damn cowardly emperor finally backed down. If it weren't for the Shao family's support back then, that Yun Yuxuan would be nothing but a son-in-law who clung to the Shao family. He wouldn't have even come close to the throne. Without the Shao family, where would Yun Yuxuan get his empire and throne?
This empire should be returned to its rightful owner.
The third prince ascends the throne. Long live the Shao family. The third prince ascends the throne.
Report. Urgent report from the capital. Imperial edict arrives. By the Emperor's decree, the throne is passed to the third prince, Yun Ting. Your Highness is requested to depart for the capital immediately to ascend the throne as Emperor, to bring peace to the realm.
Long live the Shao family. The third prince ascends the throne. The third prince ascends the throne.
Xiao Wanrong. Yun Ting. You've got some nerve. Your Highness, this edict cannot be His Majesty's true will. The Xiao family's ambitions are treacherous. First, they killed the imperial consort. Then, they killed the Empress's brother. And now, they seek to usurp the imperial power itself. If we allow the third prince to ascend the throne, won't the empire become the Xiao family's personal possession? At this critical moment, Your Highness must shoulder this great responsibility. Notify the generals in the southern frontier to march on the capital at once. Yes, sir.
Your Majesty, the third prince has returned.
Ah.
Third brother.
Mother. I have returned. And I've kept you waiting, Mother.
Your leg. What happened to your leg? It's good that you're back. It's good that you're back.
I have already followed your instructions, Mother, and sent people to take over the palace guard. Although we haven't completely taken over, we didn't encounter much resistance. Why did Father suddenly?
Because he knows. He's dying.
No matter what, being able to avoid war is, for the people, a good thing after all.
Your Majesty, the second Prince Yunshua is outside requesting an audience, saying he has important matters to report.
Tell him to go back. I will not see him.
Yes, I will go and relay the message at once.
It's just as well that you abdicated. Laying down this heavy burden will allow you to relax a bit.
Mother, do you also support my abdication? Even you think I'm not worthy to be emperor anymore?
Losing the throne is better than losing your life. Over these years, you've been busy with state affairs, working tirelessly, exhausting yourself, and it's high time you rested. Why cling to this empty title?
By the Emperor's decree. The Emperor says, Let the second prince go back. I will not see him.
Father has been completely bewitched by that poisonous woman, Xiao Wanrong. There's no use in saying more.
Xiao Zhan, relay my orders. Immediately gather all our trusted men, and prepare to take action.
If they still remember our past affection, they should know what to do. Yes, I obey your command, and will go gather the troops at once, to help you reclaim what is rightfully yours.
If it were elder brother wearing it, mother would be so happy. This was also elder brother's residence before.
Whichever of you wears it, I, your mother, will be happy. You must be extremely careful tomorrow. Didn't I tell you to transfer 10,000 elite troops from the northern frontier?
The elite troops are already inside the palace. They're now stationed at the 2 southeastern palace gates.
No matter what, you must be careful. Your elder brother was lost due to a single oversight, leaving me, your mother, with only you, my son.
Mother, you still have me.
Yes, mother, you still have you. You are also your mother's precious child.
If third brother becomes emperor, can I still become emperor?
Of course you can. Once this matter is settled, third brother will pass the throne to you, okay?
His Majesty has arrived. Her Majesty the Empress Dowager has arrived.
We're here to take over the defense.
From the northern frontier to take over the defense, right? Go on in, go on in.
What's going on? We got in so easily, they didn't even check us. Never mind. Move quickly. Turn around and let me see. Have you found where they are? Xiao Wanrong and the third prince. They're both in the Crown Prince's chambers, but your Majesty and the Empress Dowager are also there. Then we can settle everything at once. She, Xiao Wanrong, can force her way into the palace. Can't I do the same? After we succeed, your contribution to my rise will be duly rewarded. Yes. Quick, over here.
Oh no, something's happened.
Good, it fits well. After tomorrow, you'll be the emperor. This realm, I entrust it to you.
I will not disappoint you, father.
Your Majesty, something terrible has happened. Your Majesty, I don't know where they came from, but a troop has appeared. They're attacking right here. I don't know where this army came from. Could it be?
Where are the guards? The palace guards? Come to me, all of you. Come quickly to protect His Majesty.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will summon the guards immediately.
Bailu, bring me my armor. Today, I will definitely protect His Majesty, the Empress Dowager, and the children. Yes, Your Highness.
Your Majesty, it's bad. The guards have all been controlled.
Your son pays respects to father.
Pays respects to grandmother.
Xiao Wanrong, your time has come.
Yun Ting, you too.
Yun Shuo, what are you trying to do? Do you know that rebellion is a crime punishable by exterminating 9 generations? You dare to surround the palace with troops? Are you trying to rebel?
Grandmother, what else could your grandson be doing?
Of course, it's to avenge my mother. How Xiao Wanrong killed my mother, today your grandson will kill her the same way. She will pay with her blood.
Of course.
Yunting, this cripple, must also be killed. How could the throne possibly fall into the hands of this bastard?
Afterwards, please ask father to issue an imperial decree, saying that passing the throne to Yunting
was not your true intention.
The one you truly wanted to pass the throne to was me, Yun Shuo. In this way,
everyone will be happy. Ha ha ha. Except for the Empress Dowager and father, leave no one else alive. Kill. Kill them all for me. Don't let any escape.
Kill.
Hurry up. Damn, the palace guards are like sieves.
Quick, they ran that way. Go after them. And Xiao Wanrong.
We must capture Xiao Wanrong.
Don't let her escape.
Stay here and wait for me. Don't run off, okay?
Hey, everyone's here. Saves me the trouble of looking for each one. Xiao Wanrong, you're quite good at hiding.
Qinghe. Qinghe. Qinghe.
Mother. Mother.
Mother. Capture them all, alive. I want Xiao Wanrong to see. The people she cares about. Die before her eyes, one by one.
Kill them and rescue Her Majesty and the third prince. Show no mercy to the rebels, kill them.
Where are you? Charge. What are you afraid of? You can't even defeat a woman. What use are you, useless fools? Protect your highness. Kill Xiao Wanrong.
Ah.
Stop. Everyone, stop. Everyone, put down your swords. Don't do anything rash. Don't do anything rash.
Did you hear me? Everyone, put down your swords. If anyone dares to lay a finger on my mother, I will make them pay in blood.
Hey, come back. Come back and save me. You can't just abandon me.
Mother, are you all right? Are you hurt? Don't scare me.
Mother is fine. Mother is fine. Don't worry.
Mother is safe now. Everything is fine. I just heard fighting outside. It must be Sun Jun leading the northern border troops in. They'll be here soon. Just hold on a little longer. Hold on, and we'll win.
You, let me go, please. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I don't want to die. I really don't want to die. I didn't want this. They forced me. They really forced me. Those southern border generals, they wanted the glory of backing a new emperor. They wanted me on the throne, so they egged me on. I was truly forced into this.
Just like Consort Xiao.
So afraid of death, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Weren't you dead set on killing me and seizing the throne earlier? How come now that you're cornered, you're begging for mercy again?
This son of yours is truly useless. I wanted him to kill you. I even opened the palace gates for him and arranged troops. Yet he still managed to fail. Ha ha ha.
Yes, it's you.
That's right, it's me, ha ha ha. Lure Yunting back to the palace, use Yun Shu's hand to kill you, then personally deal with these two useless sons. Borrowing a knife to kill, killing two birds with one stone. Isn't it brilliant? Ha ha ha, isn't it brilliant? Cough, cough.
Ah. So, your coughing up blood in the past was also fake, huh? It was just your act of playing weak, to lull us into complacency, right?
The coughing up blood was real. But I am the Emperor of Daki. Even if I die, I should die on the dragon throne. I absolutely cannot die under the control of your Shao family. Only by killing you, killing everyone who threatens me, I am the true Emperor, the true son of heaven. Otherwise, in everyone's eyes, I'm just your Xiao family's live-in son-in-law, a puppet for your Xiao family to control the court. I despise your Xiao family. I despise these days of being unable to hold my head high. As long as your Xiao family exists for a day, I will never truly hold power. Ha ha ha. This useless son. With his cowardly character, he still wants to be emperor. He couldn't even handle the simple task of killing you. Keeping him alive is just wasting food. Fortunately, everyone here now, except for us three, is dead. Everyone will believe that Yun Shuo conspired with the southern border rebels and killed all of you, then committed suicide out of guilt. No one will suspect me. I can rest easy and secure my throne. Wait. There's one more person. One person who could ruin my plans.
Ah.
You want to kill me?
Your Majesty wants the old Xiao family troops to have no suspicion that I did this. You want me to firmly secure this throne. There's only one way. That is for you to die as well. Once you're dead, all the clues will be severed. No one will ever suspect that I orchestrated all this. No one will ever be able to threaten my throne again.
Mother, can I become emperor? I don't want to be bullied anymore. I want to protect you, Mother.
Of course you can, my son. Even if I risk my life, I will protect you. I will make you crown prince and emperor. No one will ever be able to bully us, mother and son.
Your Majesty, you'll help me, right? You said you'd risk your life to help me become emperor. Now, this is the last time you'll help me. Help me secure this throne. Help me remove the last obstacle. All right?
Is being emperor really that important? Important enough to abandon your wife? To abandon your son? Even the mother who gave birth to you? You can eliminate her without hesitation.
Being emperor is more important than my own life. You should have known that when you saved me on the battlefield. The only reason I live is to ascend to the throne, to control everything.
Is power truly so intoxicating? So intoxicating that you can extinguish all conscience and forsake all family and love.
You don't understand. You never will. You are the Xiao family's precious daughter. From the moment you were born, you were showered with affection, living in luxury, high above everyone else. Me? I am a prince, but I am also the lowest person in the palace. Even those dog-like servants dared to look down on my mother and me, to bully us freely. Because my mother was a foot-washing maid. A lowly person. From that moment, I lived only to become emperor. To be an emperor no one dares to look down on. No one dares to bully. I want the empire.
I want to be the master of the world, so no one will ever bully me or my mother again.
Then Wanrong will give the empire to Yushren.
Really? Wanrong?
Of course it's true.
Father says whatever I want.
He'll give it to me. When I grow up, I'll tell Father.
I want the kingdom.
Then I can give the kingdom to Yushuen, so he'll never be bullied again.
Then it's settled. Wanrong. When I become emperor,
I'll treat you well.
I'll protect you for life.
I thought you just didn't love me. That you were blinded by power. But you never loved anyone. Even yourself. You've only ever loved power.
Enough talk. They'll be here soon. Just die quickly. Then everything will be settled. I'll remember our past affection and bury you with honor. Give you a dignified end. Who are you? Why are you trying to kill me?
A refugee. One whose family you destroyed but managed to survive.
Mother.
Search carefully.
Find the Empress and the third prince quickly. We can't let the Empress suffer any more harm.
General Sunday.
Be good, Ching Ching, don't cry. Ching Ching is the sweetest, bravest girl in the world. Don't be afraid. Mother is here. No one can hurt us anymore. Ching Ching just helped Mother get revenge. And revenge for all those who were hurt.
The late Emperor Yun Yuxiuan persecuted loyal officials, murdered kin and oppressed the people. This led to corpses littering the land and discontent was widespread. His crimes are monstrous, angering both gods and men. Last night, he died suddenly in the inner palace. This is truly divine retribution, a fitting end for his crimes. Now, we announce to the world so all may know.
Your Majesty, you mean to have this girl? Forgive my bluntness. Ascend the throne as emperor.
Is there a problem?
But she's a woman. Since ancient times, only men have ascended the throne. There has never been a precedent for a woman to become emperor.
So you're saying a woman can't be emperor?
That's not what I meant. If it were your Majesty who wished to rule, this old minister would support you wholeheartedly. I would gladly die for the cause. But this princess is young and a woman, I fear. I fear she will not command the people's respect. Indeed, your Majesty, with you here, and the third prince as well. Whichever of you ascends the throne would have the people's support. It would be the popular choice. Although this princess is your adopted daughter, she is a woman and not of royal blood. The people of the realm will surely question what right she has to claim the throne.
Because her surname is Xiao, she is the adopted daughter of my Xiao family. Is that not enough?
I won't do it. I can't be emperor. And I don't want to be. After all we've been through, I just want to recover from my wounds and stay with Mother and Qin Qing. The Xiao family now consists only of Mother, me, and Qin Qing. Unless you think there's someone else at court more suitable to take the throne?
I wouldn't dare. This old minister wouldn't dare. I have no such intention. It's just, the court of public opinion will be difficult to silence. The Confucian scholars will surely raise endless objections.
What the common people want is simply to live in peace and prosperity, to live a good life. Who becomes emperor is of little concern to them. Nor will they be overly critical. As for the mouths of those scholars, and the court of public opinion, I'll leave it to the two of you to silence them. Go and search through all the classics. Even if you have to stretch the interpretation, find a basis for a woman to legitimately ascend the throne. Do you understand? I am not discussing this with you, I am informing you. This matter is not up for debate.
We shall obey the decree.
Mother, why must you insist on making me the emperor? I'm afraid I won't be good enough.
Because you want to be. And more importantly, because you have a pure and kind heart.
But I don't understand anything. I don't know how to be a good emperor.
An emperor doesn't need to understand too many complicated schemes. What matters most is the heart. If the heart is wicked, the more one knows, the more one schemes. And the greater the disaster for the realm. If the heart is good, even if one doesn't understand, one will learn to understand the people's suffering.
Long live the emperor.
Rise.
How ironic. If father knew that the throne he valued more than his own life was handed over by mother herself to a girl she picked up off the streets. I wonder if he'd be so angry he'd come back to life, only to die of rage all over again.
Your Highness, do you not wish for Princess Qing Qing to ascend the throne? After all, you are the legitimate heir.
No. No one is more suitable than her. Both the Xiao and Yun families have incurred far too many debts to this realm.
But Princess Qing Qing is just an ordinary commoner. This servant still believes that you, Your Highness, should succeed. That is what the people desire. It is the best choice.
Precisely because she is an ordinary commoner, she is the most fit to be emperor. To be emperor, one must first be a commoner. One must understand the people's suffering and share their hardships. As for me...
Your Highness, what's wrong? Did you see something?
It's nothing. I must have been seeing things. As for myself, I have many things I want to do. I want to be a wandering knight, traveling the world with my sword, punishing evil and upholding justice. I also want to be a doctor, healing the sick and aiding the common people. As for the court, I'll leave it to Her Majesty and Qing Qing. I trust them.
Your Majesty, the ministers await your instructions.
Qing Qing, from now on, you are the Emperor of Dachi. You must be careful and prudent in every decision you make. Think twice before you act, because in this world, there are many people just like your mother. If Qing Qing makes the wrong decision, they will not have enough to eat, they will starve, and then, many children like you will lose their mothers, left with no one to rely on.
Then Qing Qing will become a bad person, right? Just like the late emperor, hurting many people.
That's right. So Qing Qing must remember. Being emperor is not about gaining power, it's about taking on responsibility. You must protect the common people of this land. Protect all the children like you.
Qing Qing will remember. Qing Qing will be a good emperor. Protect the people. Protect Her Majesty.